Hello everyone, I'm Benjamin Contreras. And welcome to part 3, I believe, of our walkthrough of Kirby's Adventure. If you can remember from the last episode, we conquered pretty much the majority of World 2, and all we really have left is to deal with the boss fight of this world. And this boss fight actually has a very interesting glitch that I'm actually going to show off. And in order to do it, we're going to have to have any sort of power up. Now this enemy is called the Paint Roller. What he does is that he paints a whole bunch of different enemies that have different abilities that are trying to attack you, and essentially what you need to do is inhale one of the items so you can throw it back at the paint roller. It is definitely one of the easier enemy boss fights in the game. And I'm not sure if he has like a certain pattern on which platforms he goes on, but to me it's sort of random. Now I'm not sure if I messed this up because the first glitch to work, I have to get him to a certain amount of health before I have to wait for him to spawn something. What I'm trying to wait for is that I'm trying to wait for him to paint a microphone, because the microphone gives us the microphone ability, and in order for the glitch to work, what it will do is that it will give us infinite microphones, essentially.
Forever?
Yeah, but we have to hit him with a certain amount of them. And here is one right here. Now I'm not sure if I'm doing this correctly, but what you need to do is get to the last point of health and stand strictly in the middle. And as you see, he doesn't turn back into his pink color. He's still in the color that he usually has whenever he has an ability.
He sounded awfully cute singing.
Yeah, he was. Now you can see that it says that the star on the bottom corner tells us how much of the power up we have. So it says 0, so we shouldn't be allowed to have any more, right? Well, look at this. As you can see, the screen goes a bit haywire, and still essentially it will give us infinite microphones. And I think I messed. Oh wait, did I mess it up? No, I didn't. I still have it.
Okay.
There we go.
He's so cute when he's singing.
Oh dear.
Get it! Oh my god, we've lost our microphone!
Daniel, don't make that face at me.
We're normal! Who wants to be a norm? Aww.
Daniel, like you could do any better. Well, that was very short-lived. We'll get number 1, no.
Number 3. Those balloons are cute.
Now, if you were to just go through the level normally, well actually you can't because you're required to get this, but certain times it will give you an option to go take an alternate path, and for what you guys saw, there was a huge button that Kirby had to step on, and what it did is that it made this arena area appear. And now we have to fight that one wheel guy. Might as well get his ability.
Oh, he looks cute as a discus too.
I didn't mean to do that. Whenever you respawn in the arenas, you have to fight the enemies again.
Even though you beat him?
Yep.
Oh, maybe they think you meant to do it.
Probably. It is rather convenient for people who are trying to get a certain ability and are like trying to keep that for a majority of the game. But sometimes when you make a mistake like that, it'll just become pretty much just a distraction.
Monotonous.
Which you definitely don't want that if you're playing a video game.
Or watching someone play. Oh God.
And that's why you don't want to use the wheel there. What you're trying to do is that you're trying to make this whole thing spin, and in order to do that, you have to essentially walk as fast as you can to the end of the stage, but of course there's enemies trying to kill you, and sometimes they can be very difficult to dodge. All those enemies right there drop the stone ability. That's the spark ability. Here's what the stone ability does. Turns Kirby into a giant rock.
Oh.
He actually does look kind of cute, I think.
But he doesn't do nothing.
Well, it's very useful for like trying to hit multiple like enemies without getting any sort of damage done.
Well, he looks cute on that bottom picture with the sword.
Yeah, he does.
Look at him just holding up
And
his
now
sword like a crazy person.
Yeah. Now we have to fight another wheel.
Looks like a Pokeball for an eyeball.
Kind of
Looks
does.
like a Pokeball in a tire.
I didn't get to swallow that. There we go. There we go. Those guys right there will give you an ice ability.
I wish I had the ice ability. I would freeze myself.
Now this guy right here, or this like beetle-looking guy, he gives me so much trouble whenever I start to play a new game on this. Because whenever he grabs you, he tries to like I'm not sure, but he tries to like throw you into the ground. And sometimes he can be easy to dodge, but other times when you're trying to attack him, he can get you too easily. And he doesn't even have to do the charge attack, he can just touch you normally, and you can get stuck. Now will we get number one? No, we almost did. In this stage, it looks like everything's purple.
Yay! Purple.
That star went by fast.
Yeah, really. Oh.
Kirby's not really having much luck in this part, is he?
No, he's not a very successful little dude. Oh, look, all beat up. He marches on. God, Kirby's fat.
And this can get kind of tedious because certain doors lead you into certain areas you don't want to go to yet.
Like.
See right there, now I have to go back and try and find another door. Let's see, will this work? And I think we have to go back down, I'm pretty sure. And if we do this, then we can get one up, then we are almost tricked by getting a bunch of spikes there. Now, let's see if this one will work.
Jeez, I never get past this level. They all look alike to me.
Okay, we can come through there. Will this work? That brings us all the way over here, so... Did I go through this one? Yes, I have.
Maybe it's that one?
I think we went through that one. I think it might be the one on the very top.
Yeah, that's what I meant. That one up top.
Yeah. Let's try that. Yep. A lot of the stages seem to be very short.
Yeah. Oh, look at his little flag.
Now let's see what we get here. We just get high now, I don't think that right now.
Is that what you always get there, or can
Yeah.
you get something better?
It's not like randomly generated.
Oh,
Just,
okay. That's
we're all just like dedicated to a certain power up.
Gotcha.
It would be cool if they were randomly generated though.
Yeah, like a slot machine.
Oh, and here's Meta Knight again.
What is purple?
Again, all of his Meta Knights are essentially trying to attack Kirby, but that one seemed way, way shorter than the first one. Now we'll just go over here. And now we have to fly all the way up.
Oops.
And if I can get this, we should be fine. There we go. And there ends that stage.
Ooh, this easy stage, wasn't it?
Yeah. Ooh, here's a new mini game. This is quick draw. When an enemy draws, press the A button. If you press it too soon, you will get a penalty.
Oh, look at his pink hat. How cute is that? Oh. Kirby's kicking ass.
I like that little song that plays. Oh.
Aww. Oh no, it's hacking you.
Well, it looks like it's the end of that part.
Yep,
I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, and this is the first video you've seen as a series, make sure to go to part 1 to understand what we're doing. And any last words from you, Mama?
No.
Okay. Well, until then, I'm Benjamin Ferris. And does Kirby have anything else to say?
Cheerio.
I really like his British accent.
Bye.
Bye.